So let's have one small introduction session on SAP GTS and then we'll start with our actual session. At high level, we'll understand what SAP GTS is all about. Now, GTS stands for Global Trade Services. It means that it is a service for global trade. What is global trade? Is nothing but international operation, international business. If a company is selling their product to out of the country, or if a country is purchasing anything from out of the country, then global trade takes place. So whenever a company trade internationally, they need to follow some rules and regulations, right? They need to follow some rules and regulations. They need to declare their shipment to the customs authorities. While declaring the shipment to the customs authorities, they must submit some set of documentations. They must submit some, required permits. Even in order to use some of the business processes, they need to have authorization from the customs authorities. So for all these, for all these challenges, for all these points, SAP Global Trade Services helps us. So SAP Global Trade Services is a service which can help us in our international business. Now, when it comes to SAP, in SAP we have from the sales side we have SAP SD, right? And from procuring side we have SAP MM. Now in SAP SD we already have one functionality that is called as a foreign trade export. And from the MM side also we have foreign trade import. Now the foreign trade export takes care of our export part, and foreign trade import generally takes care of our import part, and that is only our global trade, import and export. So when foreign trade export and import was used to take care of our import and export processes, what was the need or what is the need of one individual module that is called as a global trade services. Now, when it comes to foreign trade, it is having very limited functionalities. What functionalities? Let's understand one example. Let's say we are located in country X. We are already selling product domestically. We have domestic customers, we are manufacturing product, and that we are selling to our domestic customers. So generally anyone can start their business, right? Simply they just need to register their company with the government and then they can start business. Now we decided let's export our product to some other country. Now when we are planning to export, definitely we should have a proper planning. Without planning, we don't start anything, right? So we will also have some plan. Okay, let's say start our product. So whenever we are planning to export, the very first question which we will be thinking about the country, which country we can start with, right? Because without just simply we can't say okay let's start exporting to country US, let's start exporting to country UK or this country that country. We will have a proper planning. So we are thinking about the country. So let's say in case of export we are thinking of country of destination, right? Our country would be country of departure, from where goods move out, and where our shipment will be reaching, that is country of destination, that is customer country. We are not thinking about the country. See, even though customer will be there centrally, but still we are not thinking about the customer. We know that there is a demand of our product in this country. So first we are thinking about the country. Why we are thinking? In general, if someone asks you why we need to think of country, probably someone will answer that okay, let's start with this country and then only we'll start with some other country. Yes, in layman term we can say, but when it comes to international business, it is not like that. In international business, we must make sure that our government is allowing us to ship our product to this country. This is country wise. We decided to export our product to country Y. Now, first we need to check whether our government is allowing us to ship our product to country Y or not. Because due to some reason, sometimes due to some reason, customs authorities or our government authorities say that we are not supposed to sell our product to so and so countries. So we, in one word, we can say country is, probably blocked countries for our country. So if that is the case, we are not supposed to do business with country Y. But let's say we came to know that yes, we can trade with country Y. So first question, first thing which we are thinking about the country, or more specifically, country of destination. What is second point? Now we are good that yes, we can export our product to country Y. That is fine. Now point number two, we need to think our potential customers who can purchase our products, right? So we got so many inquiries. There are so many customers who are interested in buying our products. So let's say if all customers are ready, are we supposed to sell our product to those customers? No, not at all. We should not. Again, why? Same question, why we can't export to all the customers? Same reason that sometimes our government authorities declares or they announce that we are not supposed to sell our product to so and so person, so and so individuals, or so and so entities due to some reason. If authorities say that, let's say there is a company ABC Limited, if our government has already declared that we are not supposed to sell our product to the customer XYZ ABC Limited, we should not do. If we are doing so, we are non-compliant. In fact, here also, if country is blocked, still if we start doing business with that country, we are non-compliant. So here also, if we are doing business with such a business partner, we are non-compliant. So let's say we're talking about business partners. Now, at least this we can come to know easily. At least we can visit our country custom portal, or we can have many references. We can come to know that country because we have very limited country, right? But what business partners? Is it easy for us to know whether those business partners are good persons or not, or whether we can do business with so business partner companies or not? It's not so easy. So we need lot many references. We need someone assistance, right? Let's say by any means we come to know yes, we can do business with so business partners. Fine. So let's say this is also green, because if we are doing business, we are non-compliant. And if they are good person, they are good members, then only we are supposed to do business. If we are doing so, we are compliant. Similarly, now products are ready. Business partners are also ready. Let's say 10 business partners were interested in buying our products. Out of 10, 5 we can trade with 5 business partners. The remaining 5 we are not supposed to do. Okay, those 5 gone. So remaining 5 with whom we can do business, we'll start doing our business. Now products are ready, customers are ready. Are we good to move our shipment? I mean, are we good to sell our product? So whenever these 5 customers will place an order, we can plan to move our shipment, right? Again, it is not over yet, because here we have 2 things. Let's say when it comes to sales order, to create a sales order, we need a customer, we need a material. So as of now, we are thinking about only the customer. Here customer country, here customer himself. But when we'll talk about the product which we need to export, right? So the third point will come related to products, material, which we are going to sell. Why material comes into picture? Even though we are good with our product and customer, now we need to make sure we should have a valid license from the licensing authorities for this product. We should have a valid license, then only we are supposed to move this shipment, right? So third point we need to know is license. If we don't know the exact license, or if you're not able to get the license, again, we are not allowed to sell our products. Again, how do we know how which license is needed? First of all, we need to know whether license is needed or not. Yes, license is needed. Second question, if license is needed, which license types? Because there are various license types, right?
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
We can have export licenses, that is export license type, import license type, individual validated license type, customer license, material license. There are n number of licenses. So which actual license is required in order to ship this product? So by knowing all those parameters, only will come to know that yes, this license type is needed. And once we get the license number from the customs, from the licensing authorities for the respective license type, then only we will move our shipment. So third, we are thinking of the product itself. Now let's say we are, what we are doing actually, we are going to sell our product. So we are going to sell our product means, if we talk about SAP, we need to create a sales order, correct? We need to create a sales order. Now, are we good to create a sales order? So whenever this customer will place an order, in our system, we'll create a sales order. So when we are creating a sales order, first, we need to make sure these three things. So think that what challenges were there, to whether can we do trade with those countries or not? Can we trade with so and so business partners or entities or not? Which license types are needed? It's not so easy to know all these things. That is where SAP GTS comes in. So SAP GTS has given one of the module which can help us in all three things, and that is called as a compliance management. That is called as a compliance management. What is compliance management? Compliance management makes sure we are compliant. Simple. We are compliant. If you don't, if you're not compliant, then what will happen? Then it will cost to the company, right? It will cost to severe penalties. It can cost to long, term sentences, long prison sentences. So it means if we are doing business, we need to be a compliant, and that is supported by one of the module in SAP GTS, that is called as a compliance management. Now, this compliance management is not taken care by global trade. It is taking care, but at very limited way. Very limited way, foreign trade can support us. Let's say that is also fine. We can use foreign trade export in case of export, or foreign trade import in case of import. So I given you an example in case of export. Now exactly same thing you think from the import point of view, that if now let's say we want to procure something, we want to purchase something. So we need to know, can we trade so and so, can we import so and so product from this country or not? First part. The vendor, are we supposed to import from so and so vendors or not? Second thing. And what are products we are importing, do we have a valid license from the licensing authorities or not, right? So that is where SAP Global Trade Services support us in SAP, in sales process, that is an export process, and in import process, that is purchasing process. So this is all about compliance management. What else? Now we are here, customer location is here. Now we are good with these three things, then only we will move our shipment, right? So shipment will start moving towards customer location. Now, is there anything else? Yes, biggest challenge is on its way. What? Declaration. After making sure all these three things, we must declare our shipment to our customs authorities, to the respective customs authorities. So we are into export, and we must declare our shipment to our country X customs authorities, because they also must know that what product we are exporting, what is the value, who is your customer, all those details, right? So we must present our shipment to our customs authorities. If they approve, then only shipment will cross the international border. If they don't approve, no, shipment can't move. So why we must declare? Again, to check, to validate all these things. Let's say to even this also can be validated. But main point is, do we have a valid permits or not? Do we have all required documentations or not? Correct. So for all those things, we must declare our shipment to the customs authorities. Let's say in case of export, that is fine. Think about import, right? Let's say we are good with these three things. Then only the our vendor will move the shipment. Vendor has moved the shipment, and shipment, let's say it will take 30 days for the shipment to from to reach to our destination, to our customs border. Now a shipment is about to reach to our customs border. Again, in case of import also, we must declare shipment to the customs authorities. For what purpose? Everyone knows, right? Import duties and taxes. We must pay import duties and taxes. So in case of import duties play a major role. Let me give a good example. Electric cars. Today, if you are importing electric cars from various countries, let's say from US, you know, we must pay import duties starting from 40% to 100%. So see what will be price difference. If the car price itself is 10 lakh rupees, if we are, let's say, paying 40%, directly cost will become 14 lakh. Or even if we 100%, 20 lakh, automatically double. So if you are not paying import duties and taxes, definitely the customs authorities will not approve our shipment. So we can't receive our product. So that is the reason in customs, we must declare our customs, our shipment. And that is taken care by another module of SAP GTS, that is called as a customs management. Now, customs management is not supported by foreign trade. And that is the reason SAP GTS, SAP Global Trade Services came into picture. This is one of the reason. Second reason, which is very important reason, practical reason, that every day rules are getting changed. They are changing their rules and regulations. I mean, they means countries. Countries are changing their rules and regulations. So if countries are changing their rules and regulations, our system must support, our system must adopt those changes. Now foreign trade having is not having such a capabilities. Good example is today's situation. We can see Russia and Ukraine. Western countries are sanctioning. They are restricting so many sanctions on Russia, right? So our custom system must support whatever system we are using. It must support those changes. So that is where SAP Global Trade Services comes in. So we can say that as in foreign trade, we can say like 20 or 25% support is given by foreign trade if we compare with global trade services. So global trade services is a module which can help us in our international business. And that is how it can help us. So we have one more module in SAP GTS that is called the risk management. So compliance management, we understood to be a compliant. Customs management, we understood that here we declare our shipment, and then we have risk management. Probably you should have asked one question, that how compliance management is supporting us in these three objects. These are three different things. So in compliance management, in fact, we have three different modules which can support us in these three areas. Wherever we are thinking about the country, we have one module given by SAP GTS is called as an embargo check. Embargo check. What is embargo check? Due to some reason, if authorities say that we are not supposed to sell our product to so-and-so country, or we are not supposed to import anything from so-and-so country, then that country is on embargo. That country is on embargo situation. Example of India and Iraq. We are not supposed to export anything to Iraq, or we are not supposed to import anything from Iraq. Again, same example, Russia-Ukraine situation. Because of Western countries' restrictions, now for most of the product, Russia is on embargo situation. Any companies who were earlier used to export their product to Russia, now they are not supposed to do. If they are doing so, again they are non-compliant. Similarly, companies who are importing anything from Russia, now because of those restrictions, they are not supposed to import. So it means for those countries, for some of the product, Russia is on embargo situation. Similarly, business partner, customers or entities, wherever we are thinking of the customer or entities, that is where we have one module that is called as sanction party list screening. It is SPL screening. What is sanction party list? Sanction party list is the list of sanctioned party, blocked parties with whom trade is prohibited by law. Why? Probably that person or that entity belongs to some terrorist organization, or they are into some kind of very illegal activities. So if any companies, any individuals are part of sanctioned party list, we are not supposed to trade with so-and-so business partners. That is helped by sanctioned party list screening. What about license? Here we will thinking of the licenses. Again, in compliance management, we have one more module that is called as a legal control, which is license. So when we are thinking of exporting, so in case of export, we need to have a valid license. So that is taken care by legal control export. That is export license. If we are importing, before we import, we must have a valid license from the licensing authorities. That is taken care by legal control import. So in legal control, we have legal control export, which takes care of export license, and we have legal control import, which takes care of import license. So these are the modules which is part of compliance management. Customs management, as we understood, here we'll understand the declaration part, how to declare our shipment to the customs authorities. So when it comes to the declaration, it's not so easy. Why it's not so easy? Because many customs authorities accept a document electronically. Please think today's situation. I know most of you know that when we move our shipment, first we need to submit all the documentations with the customs authority. So how we are submitting? Probably we are printing those required documentations, and we are sending those documentations, let's say by courier, or by we are sending someone, right? So if such kind of situation is happening, it is called as a broker for filing, because we don't declare, we are not going to declare our shipment directly with the customs authorities. We are taking help of a customs agent. So we just we need to give required document to customs broker, and now customs broker will arrange everything, and they will declare our shipment on our behalf, and definitely they will charge for that, right? Huge amount they are charging. So that is not a challenge, big challenge. Anyone can do that. But problem is there are many customs authorities who accept a document electronically. So if a custom system accept a document electronically, it means what? Again, our system, whatever system we are using, system must support the direct communication with the customs authorities, which can send declaration electronically. What is declaration? Declaration is something, the document which we submit to the customs authorities to declare our shipment is called as a declaration. In case of export, it is called as a customs export declaration. In case of import, it is called as a customs import declaration. So that is taken care by customs management. Now, in general, we are good with these two modules: compliance management as well as customs management. Anyone can do business, no problem at all. But still, we have one more module that is called as a risk management. What is risk management? Think what kind of risk we can have in our international business, right? Take simple example. I'm an exporter, you are an importer. right? So we will have an agreement, all so many agreements, I mean so many terms and conditions will be there. In those terms and conditions, definitely there will be one point related to payment terms of payment. So let's say I'm an exporter, you are an importer, and I given you 60 days or 90 days as a terms of payment. It means you need to make a payment within 90 days. So when I'm delivering goods to you, yes, you must pay within 90 days. Now, initially, you were paying all outstanding on time, but after a few months, you started playing with me. Can I do something? No, it's not so easy. I can't do anything because of different geographical area. If you belong to same country, at least I can play legally. But in case of international business, that is also not so easy. So this is a risk for a customer, for an exporter. For an exporter, this is a risk to get the payment from the importer. Now, being an importer, now let's say I'm an importer. Second case, you are an exporter. I'm importing something from you. As per the agreement, I'm paying. I need to pay all the amount in advance. Now I paid you already for the shipment. Now you are delivering goods to me. And what is the guarantee that you will deliver this, a good quality of product which we discussed? Or tomorrow, let's say we agreed upon that you will deliver goods within 60 days or 30 days. Now you are taking 100 days, 150 days. This will directly impact on production process. So being an importer, again, risks are involved. So those kind of risks are taken care by risk management. So in risk management, we have three modules. One is called as a letter of credit, LOC. I think most of you know because this is also part of the PhD. So letter of credit is one of the module. Second one is restitution, and third one is preference management. Now restitution is not part of our discussion. It is not scope because restitution is something which is which is only applicable to companies which are into agricultural related items, and that too in European Union only. So in fact, it is very biased module. Why? Because this supports to the countries, to the companies who export such kind of agricultural items. But I think that doesn't support to the domestic producers, domestic supplier. So generally, companies don't prefer to implement restitution. Even here also, we won't be discussing anything about restitution. Then we have letter of credit. Just now we discussed example, financial risk with the exporter and importer. So it is a letter of credit. It is a guaranteed document for both. So this letter of credit takes care these such kind of risks, right? So we will have high level discussion, and then we have preference management. What is preference management? Preference management is something. Let's say there are two countries, right? There are two countries. These two countries are importing products from each other countries. So whenever these countries are importing from each other country, they must pay import duties and taxes. Now let's say country X is paying on the product when they import from Y, and even when Y import product from X, they are paying to their customs authorities. Now one day these two countries will sit together to decide that if both we import product from each other country, why can't we reduce the import duties? Or why can't we remove the import duties completely, right? But it's not so straightforward if certain conditions are fulfilled. Because in one way you will think that if government will not charge import duties, or if government is charging very less import duties, it is a loss to the government. Definitely it is a loss, right? Why we pay import duties and taxes? Mainly because of two reasons. Why? Two reasons means, number one, to protect its domestic producers. If let's say if we in India, if we all started importing products, what will happen to the companies who are uh, producing domestically same product? If you are not purchasing, then who will purchase from them? So ultimately, it is a loss to our country, because it will impact our economic situation. Similarly, second reason is to get the revenue, to generate the revenue. So if government is saying let's not pay any import duties and taxes, it is a loss to the government, right? They won't get any revenue. But that is where those conditions come into picture. That okay, let's not pay any import duties and taxes, but star means if the certain conditions are fulfilled. What condition? At high level, the product which, let's say we are in country X, the product which we are importing from country Y must be originated in these two agreement member countries only, including raw materials and components. It means what? It means, let's say I'm importing from you, you are in country Y. Now, if I'm importing from you, if the origin of your product is doesn't belong to country Y or let's say country X, then we cannot get benefit of preference. Probably today there are many companies, right, who are into such kind of businesses, which is called as a trading business. So what you are doing, you are also importing those items from some other third country Z. So even though when I'm purchasing product from you, product belongs to this, but in reality, the origin of product is country Z. Now country Z is not part of our agreement. So this will be called as a non-originating material. So if the product is non-originated, then we cannot get benefit. So if we want to get benefit of preference, we are bound to use products which belong to our countries only. So definitely, if let's say I'm importing from you, so for me, let's say those are components. So you are bound to produce those raw materials. Definitely, those are finished product for you. But those components you are bound to use from domestically only, because you also need raw materials for those components. So what you will do? You will purchase from domestic vendor only, or you can purchase from country X vendor only, right? So if these conditions are fulfilled, then only product will be originated and we can get benefit. Otherwise, we can't. So this is something given by one module that is called as a preference management. So these are the three modules in risk management. Okay. Any question from anyone?
Uh, I'm actually not very much clear with this preference management because you are saying that there's two countries, they can sit together and eliminate import duty. So, but that import duty thing is not in our hand, right? I mean, because that's actually charged by government, right? So let's say even the material originates from X or Y country, how can government can eliminate this thing,
Okay. Okay.
import duty?
So in fact, that is not a scope of discussion today, because just I gave you introduction just to know that these are the modules. When we'll have a discussion, then I'll explain you. But still at high level, preference management is something is not decided by companies. It is decided by government of each other country. Let's say country India and country US. So when we are in India and you are in country Y, country US, if I'm importing product from you, so I need to pay import duties to Indian customs authorities. And when you import anything from my country, I'm not saying from company, I'm saying when you are importing from my country, you need to pay import duties to your customs authorities, right? So what will happen? These two countries will sit together and they will decide, okay, let's have an agreement. As per the agreement, let's remove the import duties completely, because it is a government decision. Or they are saying, let's reduce the import duties. So if companies has decided that no import duties are levied or import duties will be at reduced rate, then companies who are importing from US, or company in US who are importing from India, they won't pay that much of import duties, right? But what condition? Condition is whatever product I am importing from you, the product that, let's say, raw materials, right? So preference management is useful for a company who are into manufacturing activities. In fact, manufacturing activities. So I'm into manufacturing activities. I need raw materials and components. And I know that I can import those raw materials components from you. You are located in country Y, sorry, country US. So when I'll import from you, I'll be paying import duties to our government. But since government has already declared that if some certain conditions are fulfilled, you are not supposed to pay import duties. Fine. But what are the conditions? Condition is the product which I'm importing from you must be originated in our agreement member countries only. Means the raw material you should produce in either US, or if you need anything, you must purchase from India only, not from any third country. So this is called as a originating material. So if it is a originating material, so if I'm importing originating material, then only we are not going to pay any import duties and taxes. Probably your question can be now, how SAP GTS system can help us? It is a SAP GTS system which will determine what is the origin of the product. If the product is originated, we are not going to pay any import duties and taxes. But if it is non-originated, we must pay import duties and taxes. Example, you might have heard of agreement like NAFTA, North American Free Trade Agreement. So there are three countries which are part of NAFTA: US, Canada, and Mexico. Similarly, we have EFTA, European Union Free Trade Agreement. So EFTA is an agreement between EU countries and EFTA countries. In EU, we have 27 countries. In EFTA, we have 4 countries: Switzerland, Norway, LI, and Greenland. Similarly, JEFTA, Japan European Union Free Trade Agreement. For India, India is also part of many trade agreements. Let's say ASEAN India. So in ASEAN, we have, I think, 10 countries, right? So if we are importing anything from those 10 countries, probably we need to pay less import duties and taxes, or we are not going to pay import duties and taxes. And that is where we generally, if we hear about one term, tariff war. What is tariff war? Same thing. Now, if I'm importing from you, if government says that if we will import so and so product from country US, earlier we used to pay 10%, now we need to pay 20%. So will US be happy? Not at all. This is called as a tariff war. So similarly, US can also increase import duties on India product. So this is called a tariff war, and that is what China is doing today. Correct? Because in China generally the government doesn't support to the countries, to the companies who import product. They always facilitate to export more. So that is the reason they'll use import duties on import. So that company will be bound to produce product domestically. So if we are exporting more, importing less, it will raise revenue to the country. Economical condition will be stronger, right? Because foreign currency will come to our country. Did I answer your question? Any other question from anyone?
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
Hello, am I audible?
So Vindhyachal, the abbreviations like NAFTA, EFTA, and Asian, all these things will be listed in the course, right? Because if we are not sure about this abbreviation, so then.
Sorry, I didn't get you.
No, see, these abbreviations are being listed in the course, right? So because see, if I am a pretty new for the GTS course, so in that scenario, I should know that what are the NAFTA and what is the EFTA and what is the Asian. So these all abbreviations.
No, definitely. But in fact, this is just an introduction session, right?
Okay.
So why I explained you all these things? Still, we don't know what is embargo, what is SPL, what is legal control. See, I just explained you so that whenever we start these topics, respective topics, you should know at least what we are going to discuss. That point of time, you won't be at least in zero situation. You will be knowing, okay, embargo means block the countries. SPL means block the parties. Legal control means license. But how actually we do, how actually GTS system support, that we will discuss.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Any other question from anyone? Okay. If no question, then let's start our actual discussion now. One thing you might have observed. Okay, first of all, please tell me how many of you from non-SAP background? Is there anyone who is from non-SAP background? Probably you all can ping me if. Okay. No response. I'm thinking that everyone is from SAP background. In case if someone is from non-SAP, please understand that there is no prerequisite to learn SAP GTS. Anyone can learn SAP GTS. What we need to know simply is just very basic terms, basic terminologies. Like just now, some time back, we discussed that whenever our customer places an order, we need to create a sales order. So what is sales order? We should know at least. Then based on this sales order, we need to create a delivery, outbound delivery. We need to know this outbound delivery. What is outbound delivery? Then after the outbound delivery, we will will create the invoice, we'll send invoice to the customer. That is billing document. So from the export side, we need to know what is sales order, what is outbound delivery, what is billing document. Similarly, from the import side, that is purchasing side. If I want to purchase something from you, what I'll be doing? In my system, I'll be creating a purchase order so that I can send this PO to my vendor, and based on this PO, you can deliver goods to my location. When you will move your shipment, I'll be creating an inbound delivery in my system, inbound delivery. And when I'll be receiving goods physically, then we'll do the MyGo GR, right? We'll post the GR. That is material documents. So these are the 6 transactions which we must know in order to learn SAP GTS. Otherwise, everything is new. So very basic idea we need to know from the SAP SD or SAP MM side. Why I am thinking about SAP SD? Why we are talking about SAP SD, SAP MM? SAP SD is what? Sales process. We are exporting means what actually? We are creating sales order, right? So in SAP SD, whether customer belongs to domestic or international doesn't matter. But sales means sales. Sales order, outbound delivery, then billing document, gone, done. In case of MM, what we are doing, we are creating purchase order, inbound delivery, GR. Doesn't matter whether vendor belongs to same country or a different country. SAP SD and MM helps in our sales and purchasing process. But actually, when shipment crosses the international border, that is where GTS comes in, whether in import or export, right? So in order to learn SAP GTS, at least we need to know what is these 3 transactions: sales order, outbound delivery, billing document. From the sales side and from the purchasing side, purchase order, inbound delivery, and material documents. Okay. Again, I think you will have question. Why we are thinking all these 6 transactions? SO, outbound delivery, billing document. Please understand that SAP GTS is a standalone system, right? What is standalone? I'm not going into this. All of you know. We have SAP core modules, SAP SD, MM, PP, FI, CO, HR. These all are core modules, right? This is SAP core. Then we have industry specific modules like IS retail, IS oil and gases, IS banking. These are IS. So these modules will be specific to industries. Similarly, we have new dimensional module. We have standalone modules. Like we have SAP transport management. We have extended warehouse management, EWM. We have, let's say, some other module like CRM, SRM. GTS is also one of them. GTS is a standalone system, means it is not part of our ECC or let's say S4. SAP GTS is neither part of SAP ECC system nor S4 system. It will be, and it is a standalone system. It is a standalone module. So if it is a standalone modules, it means whatever data we are creating, we are directly creating SAP GTS module. But We don't create data directly in SAP GTS. We are using SAP GTS system for foreign trade process. So just we process the data in GTS. We don't create. Which data we are referring to? Let's say when we are into sales, right? Export, we need a sales order. We need outbound delivery. We need billing document. In case of import, we need PO, IBD, GR. So we don't create any data directly, because if let's say we need to create those information in GTS, unnecessary. Here also we need to do similar kind of configuration what we have done in our SAP SD or SAP MM, right? So to avoid that, it is a standard behavior that we don't create any data in SAP GTS. So your question would be, if you are not creating any data in SAP GTS, let's say this is GTS. If you don't create any data in SAP GTS, then how do we get data? Because until unless we get the data, we can't process them. That is where we need other systems. We need other system. Other system means any system where we are creating these data. Which data? Sales order, delivery, PO, IBD, GR, everything. We need to send data from those systems to GTS system. Now sales order, outbound delivery, billing document. Purchase order, inbound delivery, material documents. These are a part of our logistics system, logistics data. Why logistics? Goods movement. Goods movement is happening, right? So these are part of our logistics data, and we create these logistics data in our ECC system, or let's say today S4 system. Correct? We are creating in ECC or we are creating in S4. It means we need to send data from ECC to GTS, or we need to send data from S4 to GTS, and that is the reason any system which is feeding data to SAP GTS is called as a feeder system. Any system. Now GTS system doesn't know it is ECC or it is S4. What GTS system knows? Who is feeder system for me? It's anyone who is feeding data to SAP GTS is called as a feeder system. Now we can feed data from ECC to GTS. So ECC is a feeder system for GTS. We can feed data from S4 to GTS. So S4 is a feeder system. Even we can feed data from transport management. So transport management is also a feeder system for GTS. We can feed data from EWM. That is also feeder system. Even we can also feed data from non-SAP system to GTS system. So non-SAP system is also called as a feeder system. But since we create, generally, we use our logistics data only, right? We need sales order, delivery, billing. Since we create these information in ECC or S4, so in most of the project, we use ECC or S4 as a feeder system. Because whatever data we are creating here, this data will be transferred to SAP GTS. How it will be transferred, that is secondary, that we'll understand. But primary thing is we must transfer information, relevant information to SAP GTS. So how we need to send data? We need to have connection between both the systems, and that connection is made by remote function call. So both the systems, ECC and GTS, we will be connected with each other by means of remote function call, RFC method. In a similar way, system S4 and GTS will be connected via remote function call. And once there will be RFC connection between both the systems, then only data can be transferred from here to here or from here to here. Now, why we need to send data, that we understood. Because after getting data only, GTS system will be able to process. But assume we need to create a sales order. So when we need to create a sales order, in order to create a sales order, we need to have a master data, customer master data and the material master data. Without the master data, we can't create a sales order. And When we transfer sales order, here we have created sales order. When we create a sales order, this sales order with the help of remote function call and other configuration, the sales order will be transferred to SAP GTS system. Now, how SAP GTS system knows that it is a sales order? How does GTS system know it is a purchase order or it is delivery or it is inbound delivery, whatever? Correct. So whenever we are transferring these transactions to SAP GTS, SAP GTS system create one mirror document, one associated document. When we transfer any, let's say when we transfer sales order to SAP GTS, SAP GTS system will create one replicated document, and that replicated document is called as a customs document. That sales order is called as a customs document in GTS. Now in ECC, we call them as a S4, or in S4, we call them as a sales order. But when the sales order will be transferred to SAP GTS, in SAP GTS, we call them as a customs document. How does system create customs document? That is again secondary thing, we'll understand. But if we want a system to perform all these services, it has to create correct customs document. So in sales order, we have header data, item data. Forget about schedule line data, but we have header data, item data. Header data, which is applicable to whole document, item data, which is applicable to particular line item. In a similar way, in customs document also, we have header data and item data. At header data, we need customer master here. In item, we need material. So in header data also, we need to have a customer master data. And we need to have a material master data. It means before we transfer sales order to GTS, we must transfer our master data to GTS. So when it comes to master data, we need to transfer 3 master data only. One is customer master data. We need, ignore that is cap, please ignore it. Customer master data. We transfer material master data. We transfer vendor master data. Now, when we transfer customer master data to SAP GTS, let's say this is in ECC, or okay, if it is S4, then customer master data is called as a BP. If it is vendor, it is also called as a BP, correct? So when we are transferring from the ECC customer to GTS system, then GTS system will create those customer master data as the associated business partners. When we are transferring BP from S4 to GTS, yes, we'll have BP only. When we transfer material master from ECC or S4 to GTS, it will be called as a customs product. System will create custom product. When we transfer vendor master data to GTS, again, it is called as a business partner. What I mean to say here is that in SAP GTS, we should never say customer or vendor or material. In SAP GTS, we must use the term like business partner and customs product. Again, you can have one more question, I think. In S4, when we have a customer and vendor, how the system identifies? Because both are vendor, both are business partner with their respective business partner role, right? Let's say for customer, we can have FLCU00, I believe. For vendor, we can have some FLCV. I'm not sure what it is, but we have business partner role. In GTS system also, we have business partner concept. How does GTS system know that this vendor, this business partner is nothing but customer, and or this is vendor is specific business partner? How does system know? So GTS system will also, in GTS also, we are using the concept of business partner role. Whatever business partner we will be using, we will have associated business partner with their respective role. So if it is a customer, their role is SLLCPC. If it is vendor, their role will be SLLCPS. What is SLL? I'll explain you. So this is the business partner role. So in GTS, we should never say customer or vendor or material. Material is always called as either customs product or product, but never ever use the term material. Similarly, we don't know customer and vendor in GTS system. So it means before these transaction data gets transferred to GTS, first we need to make sure these master data are present in GTS system. How this master data can be transferred? Yes, this is the prerequisite. RFC should be prerequisite. And how we are transferring, we need to understand some concept. We need to do we have some small customization, configuration. Then only master data will be transferred. Now master data are available in GTS. So when we create a sales order will be transferred to GTS system. GTS system will create one mirror document, and that mirror document is called as a customs document. So this customer will be created as a business partner. It will be present as a BP, and this material will be present as a custom product in this customs document. Similarly, when we create an outbound delivery, this will also be created as the customs document. Then we have billing document. I'll explain you what is billing document. So this is from the sales side. From the purchasing side, from the import side, we have purchase orders. Purchase order, when it will be transferred to SAP GTS, again, it will be created as a customs document. When we create an inbound delivery, again, it will be created as a associated customs document in GTS. And then we have GR, good receipt, let's say material document. So these four transactions, SOOBD, POI, and IBD will be created as a customs document in SAP GTS system. What about this and this? When we save the billing document, it is created as a customs export declaration. It is created as a customs export declaration. When we create a material document, it is again created as a customs import declarations.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
So what is the difference between customs document and custom export declaration? That we will discuss. But at high level, document which gets transferred to compliance management is called as a customs document. Compliance management. Document which gets transferred to customs management area is created as a customs export and import declaration. Customs management. Okay, so this is not the difference. If someone is asking us, this is just for understanding purpose. But what is difference between customs document, customs declaration, that we'll discuss. But for understanding purpose, document which gets transferred to compliance management area will be created as a customs document, and document which will be transferred to customs management area will be created as a declaration. It means what? Now I hope you all can understand. Three modules we have: embargo check, SPL screening, and legal control check. So it means these four transactions, sales order, OBD, PO, IBD, are relevant for these application area. Application area means different services of SAP GTS. Embargo check is an application area. SPL check is an application area. Legal control is an application area. So document transactions which are relevant for compliance management will be created as a customs document. It means, if this is again interview question, that can be transferred billing document for compliance management screening, or let's say I can ask question like this: can we transfer billing document for SPL screening? Definitely not. Why it is not? I'll explain it from the business process point of view. But as of now, you can say no, it is not. Billing document is relevant for the customs management, not for the compliance management. So if it is not relevant for compliance management, it will not be created as a customs document. And if it will not be created as a customs document, it won't be relevant for any of the application area. In a similar way, PO IBD and this one also. PO and IBD is relevant for compliance management area. So they are treated as a customs document, but material document is not relevant for compliance management area. So it can't be screened against SPL embargo and legal control. See, I'm not explaining you all how to transfer. That we'll discuss. But first we need to understand these terminologies. Then only that point will come, right? So there is one more thing. PO and IBD is also relevant for customs management. Please don't ask any question, that we will discuss as part of customs management. But purchase order and inbound delivery is also relevant for customs management area. So we can also create customs import declaration. It means PO and IBD are relevant for both, but SOOBD are relevant only for the compliance, not for the customs management. So in order to create these documents in GTS, first we need to transfer these master data. Now, one thing you all understood, that in order to use SAP GTS system, we need to know the master data, we need to transfer this master data, and we need to know this transactional data. That's all over. If we know such kind of detail from the feeder system point of view, more than enough. Nothing we need to know from the ECC point of view or S4 point of view. Everything will take care in SAP GTS system. Any question?
So from the import point of view, you have to create, so on the side, we create this incoming invoice, right, through Miro. So that invoice, incoming invoice, for that, are we going to create any custom import declaration?
No, Miro is not relevant for the GTS system.
Okay.
Only
because only
yeah, I got a question. Only these 6 transactions, that's all. Only these 6 transactions, 3 transactions, these 3 PO, IBD, material document, GR, MIGO, relevant for GTS systems. Sales order, OBD, billing documents are relevant for GTS system. That's all. We don't need any other, or even we can't send them, because we don't, first of all, we don't require those informations. So we are sending those informations only which are relevant for our foreign trade processes. Think Miro, the incoming invoice, is it relevant for customs management? No, it is not. So we don't need. But why GR is required? Why? Because when we receive the goods physically, in case of import, so I'm importing something from you. Shipment has arrived to the port. Now I need to receive product. When we can receive? When I'll be when I'll be paying import duties and taxes, when I'll be submitting all the required documentation, then only we will post. Then only we can receive. So let's say we have done, and then only I can receive goods physically. So GR means what? GR means we have completed all our formalities. Okay, so Miro is not needed.
And POIBD material document, this will be eligible for custom import declaration as well, right? All these 3?
Exactly. Why? Because we can create import declaration in 2 ways. One is called as a after GR, another one is called as a prior to GR. So if it is prior to GR, means before performing MIGO, we must declare our shipment to the customs authorities, which general happen. General, such kind of process is happening. But we also have a provision where authorities say, first you receive goods physically to your inland place of location. First you receive product to your location, then from there you do import duties, these formalities. So probably everyone will be surprised. I'm in India. I'm importing something from US. And as per this process, authorities say, first you receive goods physically. So it means first I'm receiving goods to my location. My location is Bangalore. I'm in Bangalore. And what? So it means shipment has arrived to my premise. Then from there, we are importing, we are doing all these formalities. So the question here is how shipment has crossed the border, right? Let's say shipment is coming via sea. Shipment initially arrived to Chennai port. How we receive goods physically, or how shipment has crossed the border? So that is where we need to know something. So please understand, this is called as a after GR process, which is used only in the European Union countries. That's all. No any other countries. But in other than EU, we need to use prior to GR. Let's say in Asia Pacific country, North American countries, if you are importing, let's say shipment has arrived to the port, pay import duties and taxes, complete all the formalities, then only we can receive goods physically. Then only we'll do GR. But in European Union, because of this transit process and one particular process that is called as a bonded warehouse. So first we receive goods physically to our Indian place of location, but we need to do some kind of formalities at the customs border. Then only goods can cross the international border, which we can receive to our place of location, to our premise, and from there we do all these formalities. Clear?
Tiwari, which means to say like before GR concept is only there in European Union and it is not there in any other countries like US and
No,
all.
after GR.
Only after GR, if in comes of US and all.
No. After GR is there in European Union countries, but not any other country. It means in European Union country, not after GR. We have an option. We can choose either of the option. But in
Correct.
other countries other than EU, we can't choose option. We must use prior to GR. Even though, let's say I am importing from you, you are in US, example. I know it will take 30 days. And today, when I send the purchase order, so let's say after one day, yesterday I sent you purchase order, and today you confirm me. Just now you confirm me that, hey Tiwari, I moved the shipment. So you sent something. Let's say you sent any confirmation shipment ASN or something. So what I need to do? I'll create an inbound delivery in my SAP system. Now I know that it will take another 28 or 30 days. Let's say 30 days. So it will take 30 days for the shipment to arrive to the Chennai port, example. So it doesn't mean that I'll be waiting for the shipment to come to the Chennai port, then only I'll be doing all the formalities. No, any point of time I need to complete all these formalities. Let's say probably today itself I can send the declaration. So what will happen? Since it is prior to GR, PO and IBD will be transferred to SAP GTS, and with the help of this PO and IBD number, we can create an import declaration. And that import declaration will be sending to my customs authorities. Once I approve, I need to pay import duties and taxes. So everything is done. Now I'm ready. Whenever shipment arrives to the port, yes. So I can receive goods immediately. So this is the process.
Okay, thank you. Now it makes sense like why custom bonded warehouse is only for European Union.
Yes. Any other question from anyone? Okay. Seems no question. So
I have one more. I have one more question. So I'm confused. So before, you are creating this custom input declaration multiple times. So before GR, while at the time of creation of inbound delivery, you are going to create custom input declaration, and then upon doing GR, you will have to again create custom input declaration. Is that what you are saying?
One document will have only one declaration. Let's say one delivery will have one invoice. Similarly, we have only one export declaration. In that delivery, we have only one quantity. If you want to create another invoice, we can't. Right? So number of deliveries is equal to number of invoices. So one document will have only one. So why are you going to declare twice for a shipment? Are you going to pay import duties twice? No, right?
Yeah.
So that is why we need to choose the option. So we need to choose the option. Means it's not like that we are free. In, let's say, in India or in US, we are now I'm into US. In US, I'm importing something from India. So I know that here I need to declare my shipment prior to GR, means before receiving goods physically. So I'll be not waiting for my shipment to arrive to the US border. I need to do all the formalities. I can pay import duties and taxes to US customs authorities. And once shipment arrives to the US border, immediately I can show all the required documentation and my shipment will be clear. Goods can be unloaded and I can receive goods. So only one. It doesn't mean that here PO we created import declaration, and when we are performing GR again pay, create import declaration. That is the reason we have import prior to GR, after GR. So if prior to GR, then over, or after GR doesn't mean that PO inability will be relevant. So in fact, what will happen if you are using prior to GR? In fact, your material document will not be transferred to GTS system in case of prior to GR. But in case of after GR, yes, this material document will be transferred. So if we are using prior to GR, in fact, as you said, purchase order has been created. Now we can create an import declaration. Yes, we can. But think practically that in case of prior to GR, PO, IBD, both documents are relevant for creation of import declaration. Still, IBD is not done yet. And we know that with this PO, we can create an import declaration. Is it good practice to create import declaration with the help of PO only? Tell me, why?
That's not realistic.
Why not
Because-
realistic? Definitely it is realistic. Why it's not realistic? It is realistic, but there is a proper reason, sir. I have sent purchase order to you. I know this PO. So let's say I created purchase order in my SAP ECC system or S4 system. So this PO first, it will be transferred to compliance management area. It will be screened against SPL check, embargo check, legal control check. Over. There's no issue. Then it will be transferred. Then immediately it will also be transferred to customs management area, and it can allow us to create an import declaration. So it is realistic. But why it's not good practice? Due to some reason, I can cancel this purchase order, right? Today afternoon, I'll call you. I'll say, please wait for some time. As of now, due to some reason, I don't need this product, or please hold. So if that is the case, so here we have completed all the formalities. Again, we do same thing in reverse. What import duties we pay? So again, you ask them for all those administrative work. But IBD means what? Shipment has started moving. So if shipment has started, means there is no any point to cancel this, right? Until there's some unforeseen situation, but it will never happen that shipment has started moving and tomorrow you are saying that, hey, I don't need this product. Will it happen? Not at all. So IBD means shipment is already moving. Definitely I'll be receiving product within this transit period. So that is the reason. After, by using, once PO IBD will be created, then only we can create an import declaration. Now, but one thing you remember, so when we create a purchase order, it will update it in one line item somewhere. Let's say 4500 purchase order number. So yes, we can select this purchase order number. We can create an import declaration. Why I'm saying this? Because the import declaration will not be created automatically. Because when we save the document, these document will be transferred to customs management and they will be created in a work list. But they won't be created import declaration automatically. But in case of billing document, when you save billing document in GTS, we will have export declaration automatically. Why? Because purchasing case always needs many administrative work from the business side, so many formalities. So import is always critical activities compared to export process. So purchase order will be updated in the work list. So if you want to create an import declaration, you can select this. Here system will give an option, create import declaration. Select this, it will create an import declaration. And now after that, you create inbound delivery, system will allow. But let's say if you have not created import declaration, now after PO, I created inbound delivery. So same number, so inbound delivery number will not be generated in separate work list. Here only it will be in the same line, it will be added. Let's say 1800 import declaration, sorry, IBD. So if you select this PO IBD, both will be there in the line item. Any other question from anyone?
Yeah, Tiwari, I have one more question. Like when adding to this only, like when I have worked in SD, there are a lot of written orders, cancellations, and all. But when I started working in GTS, I haven't seen any like written order or cancellations. And why we are not supporting those kinds of things, or is there any any clarity? Can you give me?
that that GTS system doesn't support return process. Doesn't
Exactly.
support. So we take care of return process out of the box. Because it is also having some limitation. At some extent, it can support, but after that, it doesn't support. So we take care after out of the box. Separately, we take care. Let's say I need now because my customer is asking us to return, and then again, how to get return, what formalities we need to do, nothing. As of now, SAP is not supporting. I mean, GTS is not supporting. And why? Even even I also don't know the reason.
Okay.
Any other question? Okay, because now we need to discuss system communication part, RFC connection. That is mainly a basis team job. It is not our job. Okay, but still being a functional consultant, we must know RFC connection, how to connect our ECC with the GTS, and why we must know. In most of the cases, it is the basis team who will do all these activities. But believe me, there are some projects, let's say small project, where we are responsible. We need to do these activities. Still, we need basis team help because some details are needs to given by them only. But still, we need to perform all these activities. So we are responsible for the RFC connection, right? And now, if I show you the system, so our next point of discussion will be RFC connection. I mean, that is the first point of discussion. What is how to perform this remote function call? So I'm not planning to take this session today because today we can't complete it, right? So let me show you the system. Okay, before going into the system, please remember two transaction codes. Please make a note of two transaction codes in our SAP ECC or S4. We have /SAPSLL/menu_legal R3. This is one of the transaction code. And in GTS system, we have similar kind of transaction code /SAPSLL/menu_legal. This is called as a GTS area menu. In GTS, this is called a GTS area menu in GTS. This is also called as a GTS area menu in ECC. Now, this GTS area menu is also called the GTS cockpit. When you log in SAP ECC, very first the screen which appears is the SAP Easy Access. If I ask you what is difference, what will be your answer? Simple answer, right? That SAP GTS area menu is for the end users. SAP Easy Access menu is for the end user, and obviously SPR is for the consultant. In a similar way, GTS area menu is for the end users. In production system, in real-time system, end user perform day-to-day activities by using GTS cockpit only, right? So let me show you this system. What happened? My system is also celebrating holiday today. Now this is SAP GTS system.
Don't forget to subscribe our channel and click on bell icon to update yourself with latest SAP videos.
So if we need to use that particular transaction code, let's enter /SAP SLL /menu_legal. This won't be working. This function is not possible. Even I entered correct transaction code, but it's not working. Why it is not working? Because please remember, every time we must use /n as a prefix. /n/. /SAP /menu_. Everyone please go on mute. Legal. So this is GTS area menu. So here we can see we have compliance management, SPL screening, legal control, embargo is not here. Why? So in order to go to the embargo, we need to use legal control. If you go to legal control import, this section belongs to legal embargo import. If you go to legal control export, this section belongs to legal embargo export. Similarly, in customs, we have export process, import process. In risk, we have preference, restitution, letter of credit. Now, in customs, we also have one more very important functionality that is called as a product classification. So product classification, we are using, compliance management at some extent, even we are using in customs management. Mainly, it is part of compliance management, customs management, but we will have thorough discussion here itself in compliance management, because we need the classification concept in case of license. So during that period, we will discuss from both the module point of view, compliance management point of view, even customs management point of view. So this is called as a GTS area menu or GTS cockpit. So end user performs the day-to-day activities in this screen only. Similarly, if you go to ECC, there also we need to use prefix as /n. There we need to do some prerequisite configurations like system communication. Number one, how to transfer master data, how to transfer transactional data. All those stuff we need to configure in that GTS area menu in ECC system. So SLL is nothing but plugin. Please remember, SLL is nothing but plugin. Any company which is going to implement SAP GTS, they need to, so first basis team must install additional software SLL in their feeder system. Then only we can have the GTS. But if our feeder system is on S4, right? Here we discuss, right, that our feeder system can be ECC or S4. And we know that ECC will be migrated into S4 system. So if we are using S4, if we need to use S4 system, we don't need any additional software. SLL plugin is not required. Directly we can have the RFC connection. Please remember this. So any transaction code or any table name, if you have SLL, the term SLL, you can assume that 100% this will be specific to SAP GTS system only. Okay.
Tiwari, which you mean like if it is S4 HANA, like all the T codes and tables will not be started with SAP SLL. Directly it will be like CUS, WHD, IT and all like that.
Yeah, without SLL it won't work. I show you.
So if in case of ECC, I mean S4 HANA, so transactions will be like there will not be anything with SLL and directly like
no. It will be.
Okay,
I mean,
okay.
I was talking about plugin. Plugin installation is not required.
Okay. But
That
codes will be that we have to use SLL.
Yes. That we need to use.
Okay.
And second thing, please remember everyone, SS16N is not supported by SAP GTS. Please don't ask reason. I also don't know. Here we need to use SS16 only. SS16. But if you are using SS16N, it won't support. SS16N. Okay, does not exist. Okay. So this was all about the introduction session on SAP GTS. If anyone is having any other question, please let me know. Please
So,
feel free
this
to
is,
ask any question.
so this is Bobby.
Oh, sorry, sir.
Hello. This is Bobby. I have a question.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm a EWM consultant.
Okay.
There is a shipping and receiving module, and the pricing is coming from the PO, pricing procedure. So
Sorry,
will
sir.
you be
Your voice is not clear to me. You're not
will you
audible
be covered?
properly. So you mean to say integration between EWM and GTS?
Yes, sir, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So you mean to say integration between EWM and GTS?
No, there is a shipping cockpit, right, in the EWM, shipping and
Uh-huh.
receiving.
Uh-huh.
And this legal compliance import duty pricing procedure when you are doing, we need to do there or in the PO. PO there's a pricing procedure along with that is a freight collection. So where procedure is done for the import duties or export all the export work.
No, so that in fact that is part of integration. So that I don't cover.
Okay, then how about the in the shipping and receiving cockpit in EWM? So the paperwork is get ready in there, right? So how is done?
No, that I'm also not sure on the integration part. In fact, GTS is tightly integrated with transport management and EWM. But in the market, I can say we have very limited number. We can even count on finger who knows this integration part, because very few clients have implemented this integration. And now probably they are going with, because we know that very few clients have implemented EWM. Now companies are implementing. So if they are already using GTS, if they are planning to use GTS, definitely we will have integration part. So that we won't be covering. So as the scope of this discussion is only from the logistics system point of view. That is these 6 transactional data: sales order, OBD, IBD, PO, SO, OBD, billing, and PO, IBD, and GR. That's all.
Okay, that means you mean to say the shipping and cockpit cockpit in the EWM is not covering this GTS.
No, sir. No.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be discussing only from the logistics system, logistics data point of view, and that is only needed. That is only needed. I'm not taking all the cases. Yeah, we have different types of project in general. If anyone wants to learn SAP GTS, so that is more than enough to get a job. And once we start working, yeah, as per the client requirement, we need to work on each and every process.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. I hope no one is having any question. And if no question, then thank you so much for joining the session. Have a nice day.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I just have a question. I'm not sure if this is the right forum or I should directly check with the Sastrageek representative. But it's just that, see, I'm an SD consultant and I'm kind of, trying to expand my skill on GTS. So will you be helping us in preparing resume and, how, and also will you be helping us like how to project ourselves as GTS consultants so that, we can get a job on GTS?
No, definitely we will help you, sir. We'll help you. So, see, so when I explain this GTS, I also explain interview questions. I don't give you interview questions separately, but yes, initially we will have discussion and I'll be telling you that, yeah, from this topic, this can be interview questions.
Like real-time scenarios or something?
This complete course is on real-time scenario only. I'm also working like you. I'm also consultant, right? So whatever I cover from the real-time point of view. Probably as of now, you might have understood with the introduction session. I only explain you real-time scenarios. Whatever topic we discuss, we take example of real-time scenarios and we discuss. Let's say when we are discussing embargo check. So not only what is embargo, that yeah, even non-SAP guy can also know and understand once he read somewhere that embargo means blocked countries. But from the real-time example point of view, today we can see Russia and Ukraine. Now from the Western countries, we cannot export I mean, they have restricted export of many products to Russia. Till yesterday, we were used to export, but now from today, we are not supposed to because of restriction. How can you take care by using SAP GTS system? So we will understand from the real-time point of view, not only the subject point of view. Okay. Any other question from anyone? Okay. Thank you so much for joining. If no question, have a nice day.